Hello friends, myself Subhash Nagarse from Jain Gurukul High School, Solapur. I shall welcome to all of you in this online session. Today we will continue with circle part 8. Friends, in the previous 8 parts of this circle, we have completed the topic. We discussed different theorems on the circle, the problems that are based on those theorems. So, friends, in the previous session, we discussed with the following important points: the theorem of internal division of chords, then theorem of external division of chords, tangent second segment theorem, and some problems based on the above content. But friends, today we will discuss an additional part on this circle. That is, we will discuss today's session some activity based problems which could be asked in question number 2a and question number 3a. So we'll start with that one, activity based problems in question number 2a. Friends, we'll discuss problem number 1. In the adjoining figure, tangent at B and C of the circle with center O intersect at point A. If angle BAC is 90, then complete the activity to prove that quadrilateral BACO is a square. So this is the given activity in this quadrilateral BACO. Angle BAC is 90, it is given. Angle OBA is equal to 90 and angle OC is equal to 90 degree. This box you have to fill up. Like that we will continue. What is given the problem, that what is the activity, that we will see first, then we will solve that one. Angle BOC is equal to 90 degree, remaining angle of the quadrilateral, we know that. Quadrilateral BACO is a dash dash. Therefore AB is equal to box, you have to write in that tangent segment theorem. Therefore quadrilateral BACO is a square, reason you have to write. 4 boxes we have to fill up, means this problem is for 4 marks. The same problem you have to write in the board examination with solution. It could be written in this way: activity solution. In quadrilateral BACO, angle BAC is 90, it is given. Now the figure could be drawn like this. So angle OBA is equal to 90 and angle OC is equal to 90. The reason is tangent theorem. In the first box, the answer is tangent theorem. The same way you have to write in the board examination. Angle BOC is equal to 90, remaining angle of the quadrilateral. Therefore, here all the angles are becoming 90. Therefore, quadrilateral BSCO is a rectangle. In the box, the answer is rectangle. Therefore, you can write AB is equal to AC, that is tangent segment theorem. You can see in the figure. Therefore, as adjacent sides of a rectangle are congruent, therefore quadrilateral BSCO is a square. If the rectangle is a square, if its adjacent sides are equal. Like that, 4 boxes you have to fill up, that is for 2 marks. So these activity based problems are very easy. Prepare this very properly. So we'll continue with the next problem, number 2. In the adjoining figure, chord AB is congruent with chord CD, shown with red color. Complete the following activity to prove that arc AC is congruent with arc BD. So friends, the given activity we will read first. Chord AB is congruent with dash dash, it is given. Therefore arc ACB is congruent with arc CBD. The reason you have to write in the box. Therefore measurement of arc ACB is congruent with the measurement of arc CBD. Statement 1. By arc addition property we have, that is arc ACB is equal to M arc AB plus box, and measurement of arc CBD is equal to measurement of arc CB plus measurement of arc BD. 3. Therefore from 1, 2 and 3 we can write M arc AC plus M arc CB is equal to M arc CB plus M arc BD. You can see here 2 arcs CB on both sides shown with the same color, means they will get cancelled, and what you left is measurement of arc AC is equal to box. Whatever left, that you have to write in the right hand side. So we will write the activity solution. See, chord AB is congruent with chord CD. Here it is CD, that we have to write with the box given. Arc ACB congruent with arc CBD, that is the arcs corresponding to the congruent chords. Reason: M arc ACB is equal to M arc CBD, statement 1. By arc addition property we have that measurement of arc ACB is equal to measurement of arc AC plus measurement of arc CB, statement 2. And measurement of arc CBD is equal to measurement of arc CB plus measurement of arc BD, statement 3. So from 1, 2 and 3 we can write measurement of arc AC plus measurement of arc CB is equal to measurement of arc CB plus measurement of arc BD. These both get cancels, and what left is measurement of arc AC is equal to measurement of arc BD. As measurement of two arcs are equal, we can write arc AB AC is congruent with arc BD. So here are again 4 boxes are there that you have to fill up. Now let us see the third problem. Observe the adjoining figure. This is the figure and complete the following activity. So activity given is, here segment AC is the diameter from the figure. Therefore measurement of arc AMC is equal to 180 degree. Now therefore angle ABC is equal to half measurement of arc box, inscribed angle theorem. Therefore arc ABC is equal to half into box. Therefore angle ABC is equal to box. Therefore angle inscribed in a semicircle is dash dash. That is the box you have to complete. So we will continue activity solution. Segment AC is the diameter from the figure we can know. From therefore measurement of arc AMC is equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle ABC is equal to half into measurement of arc AMC, inscribed angle theorem. Therefore angle ABC is equal to half into 180 degree. Therefore angle ABC is 90. As the measurement is 90, therefore you can write angle inscribed in a semicircle is right angle. This is what problem number 3. Now we will consider problem 4. Observe the adjoining figure. You can see here. In this figure, measurement of arc NS is 125 degree and measurement of arc EF is 37 degree. Complete the following activity to find angle NMS. We'll see the first activity. Here measurement of arc NS is 125 degree and measurement of arc EF is 37 degree given. Therefore angle NMS has its vertex in the exterior of the circle and intercepts arc EF and arc NS. Therefore you can write angle NMS is equal to half measurement of arc NS minus measurement of arc box. You have to fill up. Therefore angle NMS is equal to half into bracket 125 minus again the box, the value you have to put. Therefore angle NMS is equal to half into simplification, you have to write in the box. Therefore angle NMS is equal to whatever the answer comes, that we have to write in this box. So we'll start with the solution. Measurement of arc NS is equal to 125 and measurement of arc EF is 37. It has been given. Therefore angle NMS has its vertex in the exterior of the circle and intercepts arc EF and arc NS. That we come to know from the figure. Therefore we can write here that angle NMS is equal to half into measurement of arc NS, measurement of arc in the box it is EF. Therefore angle NMS is equal to half into 125 and the angular measure of arc EF is 37 degree. Therefore arc NMS is equal to half into 125 minus 37, that leads to 88 degree. Therefore angle NMS is, after dividing 88 by 2, you are getting 44 as an answer. So the angular measure of angle NMS is 44 degree. Now let us start with question number 3A, which could be for 3 marks. Till now 4 problems we have been discussed on question number 2A. Now we start with question number 3A, which could be asked for 3 marks. Let us start with the first problem, question number 5, that is first in case of question number 3A. In the adjoining figure, O is the center of the circle. Here angle QPR is 70 degree and measurement of arc PYR is 160 degree. Complete the following activity to find measurement of arc QXR, angle QOR and angle POR. Friends, will first write the activity. Given activity is like this. Angle QPR is equal to half into measurement of arc QXR. Reason you have to write. Therefore 70 degree, substitute the value. 70 degree is equal to half into measurement of arc QXR. Therefore measurement of arc QXR is whatever becomes, that you have to write, that will see later on. Second one, angle QR is equal to measurement of arc box, definition of the minor arc. Therefore, angle QR is equal to whatever the value you have to substitute in the box. Next, third one, angle POR is equal to half into measurement of arc box, inscribed angle theorem. Now we'll continue with, therefore angle POR is half into 160 degree, that leads value angle POR is equal to box. So here totally you are getting 6 boxes. In each box you have to put the values and carrying half mark. So friends, we'll continue with the solution of this activity. Angle QPR is equal to half into measurement of arc QXR, and the reason in the box will be inscribed angle theorem. Secondly, 70 degree is equal to half. We have to put the value of QPR. 70 is equal to half into measurement of arc QXR. 2 goes to the left hand side, it will be multiplied. Therefore, measurement angle QXR is equal to 140. So friends, angle QOR here is the central angle. Therefore, its angular measure is measurement of arc QXR. Both are equal. Definition of the minor arc. Therefore, angle QOR is equal to 140 degree. Since the measurement of angle arc QXR is 140. Third one, angle POR is equal to half into measurement of arc PYR, inscribed angle theorem. Therefore, angle POR is equal to half into angle PYR is 160. It is given. After simplification, you are getting measurement of angle POR is equal to 80 degree. So we'll continue with the next problem. In the adjoining figure, this is the figure, quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic one. Therefore, angle DCE is an extended angle of quadrilateral ABCD. Complete the activity to prove that angle DCE is congruent with angle BAD by filling the boxes. So given activity is like this one. Angle DC plus angle BCD is equal to box, that is linear pair angles. The sum of these two angles you have to write here. Quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic, it has been given. Therefore, we can write from 1 and 2 that angle BAD plus box is equal to 180 degree, theorem of dash dash. Reason we have to write there. Therefore, angle DCE is equal to box plus angle BCD from 1 and 2. We are going to write that one. Therefore, angle DCE is, we are getting what the answer that you have to write over there. We will continue with solution. You can see here angle DCE plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree, linear pair of the angles. Here quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic, it has been given. Therefore, angle BAD is equal to plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. Reason, theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. So therefore, from 1 and 2 you can write that angle DCE plus angle BCD is equal to angle BAD plus angle BCD. BCD get cancels. What left is angle DC is congruent with angle BAD. So this is what the problem number 6. Now continue with problem number 7. You can see in the figure, in the adjoining figure, segment AB is the diameter of a circle with center O. The bisector of angle ACB intersects the circle at point D. Prove that segment AD is congruent with segment BD. Complete the following proof by filling in the blanks. Friend, you can see you have to draw segment OD, which is shown with blue color. That is the construction. Now we will given activities. Angle ACB is equal to dash dash, angle inscribed in the same arc. Angle DCB is equal to dash dash, that is the box. CD is the bisector of angle C. Measurement of arc DB is equal to box, inscribed angle theorem. Therefore, angle DOB is equal to box, definition of the measure of an arc. Segment OA is congruent with segment OB. Statement 2, the reason you have to write here. Therefore, line OD is dash dash of segment AB from 1 and 2. So therefore, segment AD is congruent with segment BD. We will continue with the solution. Draw segment OD. Here angle ACB is equal to 90, angle inscribed in the semicircle. Angle DCB is equal to angle DCA. CD is the bisector of angle C. Therefore, measurement of arc DB is equal to 2 into angle DCB, inscribed angle theorem. Therefore, angle DCB is equal to measurement of arc DB, definition of the measure of arc. Therefore, here segment OA is equal to OB, radius of the same circle, second statement. Therefore, line OD is perpendicular to segment AB. Therefore, from 1 and 2 we can write like this. Therefore, segment AD is congruent with segment BD. Now we'll see the last problem. In the adjoining figure, two circles intersect at point M and N. Second, drawn through M and N intersect the circle at point R and S and P and Q respectively. Complete the activity to prove that segment SQ is parallel to RP. So friends, the activity is like this. Draw segment MN. Construction. Quadrilateral MRPN is a cyclic and angle MNQ is the exterior angle. Therefore, angle MNQ is equal to box corollary of the cyclic quadrilateral theorem. Quadrilateral MNQS is again box, you have to write there. Angle MNQ plus box is equal to 180, theorem of cyclic quadrilateral, statement 2. Therefore, two boxes are there, the addition is 120 from 1 and 2, you have to write over there. Therefore, angle SRP plus angle RSQ is equal to, that is RMS is the betweenness, you could see in the figure. What is that result, you have to write there. Therefore, you can say that SQ is parallel to RP by interior angle property. So friends, we'll continue with its solution. Draw MN, it has been already drawn. MN, a constructive part. Quadrilateral MRPN is a cyclic and MNQ is an exterior angle. So we can write the exterior angle property. Angle MNQ is equal to angle MRP. Both are congruent. Both are of equal measure since corollary of the cyclic quadrilateral theorem or exterior angle property of a cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore, MNQS is there again, cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore, angle MNQ is equal to MSQ. The sum of these two is 180. Angle MNQ plus angle MSQ is equal to 180. Theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. Since the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Statement 2, that one. Angle MRP plus angle MSQ is 180 from 1 and 2. MNQ is replaced by MRP. Now, therefore, MRP also can be written as SRP plus MSQ can be written as RSQ, which is equal to 180. RMS is betweenness. Therefore, as these two angles are supplementary, so we can use the interior angle property. Therefore, segment SQ is parallel to segment RP. So friends, what we have discussed today is activity based problems, that is question number 2A, that could be asked for 2 marks, and activity based problems, that is in question number 3A, which could be asked for 3 marks. Similar problems you have to be prepared at the home. Use different referral materials, parallel examples you have to solve. So in the next video, the next session, we will discuss on question number 4 and question number 5. So friends, again one, you should not forget that a great scientist, Benjamin Franklin, says no employment can be managed without arithmetic. In the same way, no mechanical invention without geometry is possible. So if you like this video, subscribe in order to have a next video notifications, share and like. With these words, I would like to say